Yeah, it's been interesting lately. Like prospecting's been cold. I'm doing a lot of door knock training lately. So a lot of door knocking. So it seems to be the most effective way to get in front of people right now. So
How are you picking your neighborhoods?
I prefer to have agents focus on a neighborhood that they live in or that they wish to live in the near future. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Start out might be one of your new neighbors soon, checking out some houses in the area, something of that sort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
go
really
right.
like neighborhood prospecting is really a long-term strategy. So you have to have that commitment to stay in that neighborhood for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you guys that are just joining, we're going to get started here in a second. We're just waiting for everybody else to get in, and Cameron with Rapid Funnel, he's gonna lead us this morning through our training, and we're gonna share with you some great things that you can get started on right now to start generating some leads. So I know that's important to all of us in this challenging yet fun market.
Absolutely. People may have some free time not dealing with current clients. So you need to be prospecting, building that pipeline to, push for the next year when things, get a little bit better.
Yeah, that's the key, man, for sure. Like, like I was talking to a friend of mine the other night, and it just didn't make sense for him to sell right now. It just didn't make financial sense. And so, our sphere of influence, our past clients, we're going to have a lot more of those appointments that just, we're just going to tell them, hey, not now's not the right time for you, right? It doesn't make sense right now. So we have to go find the motivated. We have to go find the ones that have to move. So
yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
We'll get started in like 2 more minutes here.
2 minutes. Awesome. Have you heard of this book, Mini Habits? Have you heard of this book yet, Cameron?
No, I have. I read Atomic Habits. What's Mini Habits?
So Mini Habits, I just got recommended the book by a friend of mine, and so Mini Habits is like the little triggers. Like if you read the book, what is it? Power of Habit by I think trying to remember who wrote that. So it's all habits have a trigger, an action, and a result, right? Or a reward, right? Trigger, action, reward. So Mini Habits is identifying that trigger as a habit, which is such a cool way to kind of live your life. So I just got recommended the book. The gentleman who recommended it gave me some insight kind of on what to do or how to use it. And really interesting. So a mini habit could be get off the couch. Right?
Yeah.
Like I know this time of year, it's really easy, when it's cold outside to say, hey, I'm just going to sit at home. Like I'm just going to sit at home and relax for a bit. And, the mini habits, get off the couch.
Start small, right? Yeah. Brush your teeth in the morning. Those kind of mini habits, that behavioral change. I mean, I think that's a great segue into our training today, talking about behavioral changes, getting your mind into prospecting mode, sharing some information, sharing your company story, putting yourself out there, right? You're never going to grow your clientele base until you get over that fear of actually, putting yourself out there. Whether you're new in the industry, you've been around for years, you always got to be prospecting. So Sean, if you can allow me to share my screen, I'll go ahead and get this slideshow going.
Let's get rolling, everybody. Good morning. Hope you had your coffee. It's going to have some fun.
Absolutely. So this is the Trio platform, Trio app powered by Rapid Funnel, partner with wonderful Sean Mulder here. So you guys are familiar with him. My name's Cam Powell with Rapid Funnel, and here to train you on some new strategic opportunities here in the industry with a tool that's backed full of content ready to go. So we're going to go over the peak, present, and follow up, simple as 1, 2, 3. So if you currently don't have this tool, our colleague Pat will put the sign up link in the box. That way you guys can get access. You can actually download a standard version for free right now, which is phenomenal that we're giving you access to that for limited time. So go ahead and jump on that. So, the challenge, not just in the real estate industry, just in general, technology can be difficult to use. I don't know if you're, a solopreneur realtor, but You may just be new to the industry and somebody's having you go out and you got to get 3 different subscriptions or platforms out there just to run your business, and you don't actually do any of the business until you think you're set up, right? It's not as complicated as you might think. You get that license, start sharing your story and building some prospects, and we're not able to send the right resource to the right person immediately. So Sean's been knocking doors and training people how to knock doors. If you're not prepared to network, to share your information, hand in those paper business cards. We're going to show you over the next few weeks that you don't got to do that anymore. Okay. The average callback rate's about 8 to 10%, 83% go in the trash or get lost in a drawer, just become a dust collector, right? So business cards, we're going to enable you with a digital business card that you can quickly share with the prospect. More importantly, you can now capture that homeowner's information. All right. If you need to send them the card, Sean, let me get your name, phone, or email address. I'll send you my card. As simple as that. So now we have their info, which is what's been missing for many years. And there's platforms out there charging 20, 30, 40 bucks for a digital business card. On the standard version, guys, you get access to a business card for free. So it's absolutely download the app. There's no real way to assess interest in what you've shared or to understand who to follow up with. Currently, Sean, before you saw the Rapid Funnel platform, did you ever know if homeowners or potential prospects were opening your text messages or reading an email with an article?
Well, that there was definitely systems that could show you that your email's getting opened and read, but nothing that would show you that there was encompassing on the email, watching the video, completing the surveys, and that just really gave you multiple ways to communicate to them. You know what I mean? Especially from the palm of your hand. Like I was saying, I've been door knocking lately, and it's hard to capture people's information and then to follow up later to see if they've actually seen it. And so Trio, fortunately with Rapid Funnel and the partnership with Trio, it solves that problem.
Absolutely. And we'll get into it shortly, but for everybody on this call, we're going to give you access to a survey. So a quick little data collection. So you had a quick 2-minute conversation with somebody that's maybe thinking about selling. Hey, great to meet you. I'll go ahead and send you a survey on my way out, get some valuable feedback from you so we could set up a further appointment. It's such a nice way to segue into it, whether you're meeting in person or whether you're posting these surveys on social to generate some leads. We'll dive into that shortly as well. And, complexity kills momentum. If your processes are too complex, not only are you not going to be able to duplicate or train people underneath you, it makes your life hard and difficult as well. So keep things simple. And with the Trio platform here, we believe we've mastered simplicity here for you, and we'll get into that. So the power of pre-written messages and permission-based marketing. So this is where Sean's skill set comes into play. Okay. He's used these words for years, become a top realtor and coach in the country. And now we're giving access to those words, these crucial conversation starting scripts. You guys now have access to start to share within your neighborhood, for sale by owner, expired listings. Okay. A lot of you may not even know that you need to prospect there, right? Sean's going to show you the ways to do that. So Sean, some insights into your, how you've developed those words, proven systems over the years, and how excited you are to share that with your audience.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The market's shifting, in a lot of places. I know Denver, we just got the report out for the sales in November, right? And inventory is up 300+% in Denver. Days on market's up 300%. And we're going to start to see some pre-foreclosures and some short sales. In fact, right now, that's what's pretty much booking my schedule is title companies and mortgage companies wanting me to present how to work with pre-foreclosures and short sales. And so, one of the keys to doing that is to provide them value, right? And be able to communicate to them in a way where you're not looking like you're predatory. And so we built all that into the app. You see there on that tab, that pre-foreclosures tab, is those are the things that you're going to need to talk about when you're in front of somebody who is facing foreclosure, be it your sphere of influence, friends and family, somebody in your neighborhood that maybe you got a notice of an election demand on. And that's what's great about this tool is it puts everything right there in the palm of your hand.
100%. And that's a touchy subject, right? Pre-foreclosure, It's not easy. And you could really maybe burn some relationships if you go in with the wrong words there. So being able to utilize Sean's words where he's dealt with this many times is very important. So, and a big thing here, what you don't know about your mobile service provider, we'll talk about this over the next few weeks in these trainings, is the idea of permission-based marketing. So if you actually were to just, if you never spoke to somebody and you sent them a link to an article or a link to your website, mobile carriers will actually block or disable those links these days. Okay. It's nothing we can't get around. It's just what they're doing. So we got to have prior conversation, two-way conversation. So always introducing yourself or starting a conversation with permission-based marketing. Sean, great to meet you. If I sent you over a quick survey about pre-foreclosures going on in the area, would you take a chance to fill it out? They respond, yep. 90% of the time they do respond to this stuff, guys. We do get a lot of yeses because we're just providing educational information, right? We're not selling them right off the bat. We're educating them to lead to those sales appointments, right? So send the right resource at the right time to the right person. We'll dive into that and how you can do it so simple and get familiar with the categories and flow of your content. So brand new platform, preloaded, full of content here. So, over the next week, instead of jumping on social media on your lunch break, if you're in the office, jump into the Trio app. It's a brand new platform. You're going to see the value of it. The standard version, you will get access to 6 or 7 of those resources. Of course, on the Pro, you'll get access to the whole platform, and slowly you will see all the value of that. So, Sean, I'm going to just jump in here to the app. So if you got anything to add here as far as a segue.
Well, what else they get access to is they get access to the majority of the coaching too. And so like right now, this time of year is all about business planning, right? It's like, well, it's kind of funny. We talked about this, Cam, offline, is that real estate agents don't actually start business planning until like February of the year that they should have planned, right? But the reality is right now you should be working on your business plan for next year, and those coaching modules are available in the app. So if you're looking at building out a great 2023, then now's your opportunity to get access to that stuff.
Perfect. Great segue. So we're going to jump here. So the application powered by Rapid Funnel, you open it up and it's going to jump into our Trio application here, which just here at the top, Pat, I don't know why that's showing Rapid Funnel. So let's get that switched to Trio. Speaking of coaching, we're going to go down here to the coaching section and you will see access. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is going to work for me today. That's where Sean's talking about those coaching videos. You will get access to these recordings, our training calls. But as far as a dashboard tool here, you're going to be able to see kind of the simplicity of this dashboard here. Everything on here is clickable. Remember, it's a prospecting and relationship building tool. So we're going to see here our total number of contacts we add to the platform. This isn't a place to go import, 1,000 contacts right off the bat and try a one-to-many strategy. Start small. If you're new to the platform, import, 20 contacts from your phone, or maybe a CSV file of some folks you've been wanting to follow up with, and then increase your exposure. Start those conversations, reignite those conversations here with those tools. So we'll take a look here at resources. This is information we can share with these homeowners. So first off, we have our digital business card. I have to close my Wi-Fi out, everybody. Technology, as we talked about, is complication these days. That's and right. Sharing screen on Zoom.
One thing on the contacts that I want to share with everybody is one of the biggest mistakes that we've all made, right? If you've been in real estate for any period of time or in sales in general, is corrupting your database, right? And so your database, especially what we're talking about with the Rapid Funnel, this is your lead pipeline and your past client SOI. That's really your sphere of influence, right? That's your friends and family members, your B2B business associates, those kind of things. Your friends and family, your past clients, and your pipeline of people that you're talking to. Don't just put random people into this database, right? So your cell phone is a great database, but let's be honest, it's corrupt. Yesterday I was trying to send a text to a friend of mine, and I was riding in the car with my daughter, and I typed in the name Robert, and like 25 Roberts popped up, right? And she says, "Man, you know a lot of Roberts." Right? And that's the problem with our cell phones not being great databases, right? So you really want to keep your database in your Trio app clear and organized in a way where these are specifically prospects that you are interested in having influence in selling them a home. Okay, so not just some random people in there. If you get a corrupt, just take them out. If you've got a lead that you're never going to follow up with, or you don't like them, delete them, right? Don't fool yourself. Take them out. Take them out. Keep this clean. Keep this clean.
100%. Yep. These are folks who want to move the needle forward with
Yep.
currently in the pipeline, or we know it's going to lead to a potential sale or a listing, or people that we're going to generate referrals from as well. But as Sean said, you don't want to fill up this database here with a ton of contacts that you're never going to send anything to, right? The communication relationship management tool, but for you guys, it's not for management. This is created for you guys. So simple ways to import some contacts is we could just jump here to the plus icon. You see here, we can click this wizard button. And I challenge everybody on the call today, if you currently have Trio on your mobile device, go ahead and just import a few contacts. Start to play around with this phenomenal system here. So you can see here, I'm going to be redirected to my contact page. And be strategic. Of course, you can go up to the top and search some people, but you have to click up to 5 people to put into your application. Or you see here, if I click the 4, it won't actually let me import. It makes you choose at least 5. All right. Especially if you're training a team, if you got a team of realtors underneath you, and you think you guys need to increase exposure, share the firm's company story this month. This is a phenomenal training tool, as well as getting everybody to download some information in here. So I'm going to go ahead and import. And now I have 5 brand new contacts, and we'll actually trigger a wizard icon where it's going to help you and show you guys how to start sharing information here with these folks. So it's going to show you how to send a resource, how to add some labels. We'll get into all of that shortly. Okay. That is how we import from the wizard. All right. If we were just on an import a contact. So Sean said he's been knocking doors, right? So I met Sean on a door. I'm going to get his phone number and his email address. All right. Real simple information. You could put in the notes their address so you remember it as well.
We got to work on my spelling of my name, though, just so you know.
Yeah, my bad. That's why we got to spell things right. The contact won't see the spelling, guys. Just the first name. Okay. My apologies.
Right. When you're at a restaurant and they always ask you, how do you spell your name? I'm like, as long as you pronounce it right, I don't care how you choose to spell it.
Yeah, the first name, last name, and I'll put Sean M in there. So I remember.
It's okay, man. I've been dealing with that since middle school.
So you see here, we save the contact. Next page, it's going to ask if we want to put these folks in a campaign just yet. Let's utilize the resources first. All right. This isn't an automated strategy right off the bat. We have plenty of info here to start conversations and build some relationship before we automate and utilize campaigns. The campaigns are more so, we'll be training on that next week. Utilize though, when the person says, hey, reach out to me in a couple months, that's when we utilize those campaigns. I could schedule a follow-up. I just met Sean, so I want to check in with him. I had a brief conversation on the door. I'm going to reach out to him on Friday. You see here, I can even set the time. And for some of you folks who think, oh man, he's going too fast, I apologize. With this recording will be under the coaching section on the training workshops. Okay. So you'll be able to go back and watch this. So I'm going to set a task and a reminder, and I click save. So now Sean's a brand new prospect. Okay. He's at the top of my list here, and I have his contact card here. I could put some notes in. Met on Smith Street, if it was referral. So these are rapport building notes, things we want to use as ammunition for a follow-up. Name of the kid's name. Any other rapport building things you could think of, Sean, that would help for the relationship down the road? Maybe you were knocking doors on a Sunday and you knew their football team during the football season, but any other aspects here to the notes category?
Yeah, the key with taking notes is the things that are going to remind you of who they are, right? Like whatever that simple thing is, what the car they drive, the color of their house, like you said, they had a New York Buffaloes flag hanging up, whatever it is, it's going to remind you of them. Because otherwise, we've all been in that situation where you go to an open house, you have them fill out a lead sheet or have them log in on your app or whatever it is. Then you go to follow up later and you see John Smith and you cannot remember who this person was, right? So this is your opportunity to just take some notes of who this person is. That's the key there. That's the 100%, key. At least for me. That's the key for me.
Oh, no, I'm with you. Customers want to be heard and remembered, right? Yeah. It's really important. They want to be heard and remembered. So that's what this notes category is for. Our task, you can see here, I already set that follow-up with Sean. So on Friday morning, through Trio, I'll actually get a push notification. Friday morning, I'm having my coffee. Oh, follow up with Sean, a real-time notification to your phone. Looks like something on Instagram, but it's so much more value because it's a prospect, all right? It's not a post or a story. This is a prospect, and you see from the contact card, I can call them, I can text them, I can email them right here from the page. We don't got to go back to a different system or go to your contacts in your phone. Everything's going to be managed within your Trio app. If I went ahead and called them that day, some people, if you're like myself, I love checking things off. I love completing my tasks. So Friday, if I make that phone call, I have a great conversation, and maybe I set up an appointment for next week, or maybe just getting coffee, I will mark that as completed. So,
and what I love about this is it uses your cell phone, right? And it uses your email. So you're not having to, it's not sending it out through some strange phone number. You know, like a lot of apps that have the call or text button inside the app, it's going to send it from, you know, a generic number. This is coming from your number. It's going to show up in your text feed. It's going to send from your email. So that's really, really important in long-term communication, right? Right, Cam?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. It's authentic. If you were to use any sort of phone platform or opt-in platform, it's going to say stop to opt out on every message you send. This is authentic. It's coming from your mobile number to their number. In this industry, they will respect, you know, business hours. Hopefully they're not calling you at midnight because they have your personal number. It's really just to move the needle forward. So to
if they're buying a house, they can call me at midnight. I'm just saying.
Okay, 100%. 100%. I'm with you there. I guess, yeah, some, you know, final offer due at midnight. I guess you might be on some of those late conversations.
That's right.
So
hey, man, it's not 2020 anymore, man. Like we gotta eat, brother.
True. I'm with you there. So I challenge everybody today to send your first resource. So whether you're going to add yourself as a contact real quick, or add, you know, maybe your spouse just to start to play around this, or import maybe a prospect you met just yesterday, we're going to send a resource. So this is where we get access to the powerful content. So we have the home sellers, home buyers, past clients in SOI, and everything else in between. So I think past clients and SOI is a great place to start. We're talking about, you know, prospecting. Maybe we need some referrals. So you see here, it's already generated past clients, business to business, referrals and feedback. I open up past clients, and you can see here, the process is in place. We connect, we book an appointment, and we follow up. Such a simple process laid out here. So the connect is the pre-written text. We send them a survey, and then it's always some sort of article built in as well, just to move the needle, educate these potential homeowners or sellers. So if you click the words, all right, like I said, you're new to the platform, you're going to want to go through. This is a description, all right? Sean took a lot of time telling you exactly why and when to send this, all right? So before you send it, you want to take a quick read by getting delivered. So, and then we can preview it even, all right? I can open up, hi, Sean, doing some market research. If I could send you a quick 1-minute survey, would you be willing to check it out? All right, to send it, few clicks of a button. I'm telling you guys, you're going to get so fast at this. It's going to be so easy to increase exposures. You're not having to type things out again or copy and paste from your notes page. It's really just jump in here, highlight it. I can email it. I can text it. I can share it on social media. Phenomenal tool here. So you can actually prospect on Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn, wherever you got to go. Get creative these days. You know, times are changing. You may have to utilize multiple communication channels. So to jump back here, I am going to connect. I'm going to text that, and it will automatically upload Sean's name in here, and we send it over. All right. They respond. Yeah, go ahead, send it over. Yeah, Sean, thanks for reaching out. And then we follow up accordingly with the survey. So once again, we're just following the steps. All right. I'm on past clients, but remember, you can do the same thing for each and every one of these categories. You'll get access to a few of them with our standard version. So now I send the survey, and I click the text button, and I send that over. So Sean's going to get a beautiful little link here. All right. And we will go ahead and take a quick look at this survey, because I think you guys are going to understand the value of sharing this information here. So hopefully it opens up for us so I can fill it out and show you how it goes back into the contact card. What do you like best about your home? Interior finishes. If you could, what would you improve or change about your home? So we're just collecting some personal information. It's kind of problem aware, or, you know, gather info. It just helps move the relationship along. And over the next few weeks, Sean's going to give some wonderful insights as how to start the conversation after you get this information back. Okay. So you can go through and check out a lot of these. If you were to move someday, where would that be? So they're going to actually, you're generating, okay, are they going out of state? Or are they moving across the across the country? I guess that would be anywhere, but They like their neighborhood here. When do they plan on moving? Within the next year? Okay, that's a hot prospect. That's somebody that should be at the top of your pipeline. If they say 6+ years, okay, maybe just have a conversation with them and ask for some referrals, right? Am I kind of on the money there, Sean, as far as that's what these are for, is to kind of
Yeah.
decide where these folks are at, correct?
Yeah, imagine having your own hidden MLS system, right? And I didn't come up with this. I was taught this by a 30-year real estate veteran who farmed the same area for so many years that when he had his 100th closing in the neighborhood, he actually took the commission and remodeled the park, right? This guy is a genius. And what he taught me was, he says, look, when you're marketing to an area or you're farming an area, the whole key is knowing when the people are going to sell. Everybody's going to have a timeline of when they're going to sell. He says the key is you might see the 2 homes that are available in the neighborhood. What I know is when everybody inside that neighborhood has a plan to sell. If it's 5 years, if it's 10 years, or if it's this year. And you can do the same thing with your sphere of influence, right? So like if you know somebody's got a 5-year timeline and a year and a half, 2 years goes by, it's coming up. Right. And so you have a buyer that's looking in that neighborhood. Now you have an opportunity to double end a deal, right? Never even have to put it on the MLS. You just sell them that house before it even goes on the market. So it's like building your own internal MLS.
I love that analogy there. And we could see here, everybody, his information's already filled out at the bottom because I sent this to his contact card. So once again, we're building a relationship. We're making him feel special. We sent him the survey. His info's already at the bottom. If I posted this on social, okay, the answers were filled out for somebody on my Facebook and they would put their own info in, they would become a brand new prospect in your Trio app. So I'm going to click submit.
And before you jump way too far, you notice the last question on that is asking them about referrals. If you were to hear somebody talking about buying or selling a real estate, what would you say? Would you refer them to me? Do you not refer? Are you just somebody who just doesn't like to refer people? Do you have somebody else you're referring business to? This is a great conversation starter because if they say, I always refer you, right? I would always refer you. Then that's a great segue to send them the referral survey, right? Which is the referral questionnaire.
Yep, 100%. And remember, this survey was for past clients, right?
Right.
So this is the strategy. Remember, this was for past clients. So that's why that question's in there. They get a nice thank you message. Can't wait to check your responses. So that means, we're going to follow up. We're going to go over the responses together. It's a nice way to start the conversation. And we actually provide them with a quick link. We can go one step farther, and these people can view a quick article here on 10 steps to prepare for when selling your home. Educational content, moving the needle forward, okay? If the customer goes ahead and watches this, I will see the percentage of it that was watched as well. So a past client I haven't talked to in 2 years just filled out a survey and watched, and they put they're going to sell within, this year, the next 2 years. And they're going to actually go through and watch this video and we can track that. So powerful. And your information is always here at the bottom and they can always request and book a call. So we're streamlining your process. We're making it easy for you guys to move the needle, build these relationships, and start to prospect. So we only got a few minutes left. So we can see here, Sean is now at a score of 16. All right. He's viewed some information here. And if we check this activity log, chronologically, everything that I just sent to Sean this morning. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's caught up. So we can see here, we invited for the survey, 1 minute survey. He clicked the link. He got the thank you page and he actually went to the prepare before you sell. And if I click the video, we would see the percentage of that video that was watched. And now if we jump here to the notes, the answers to the survey are right under the contact card. Think about how easy, all in one place. I'm not looking on my desktop or another place. I can read his answers and I can go up here now and I can click that call button. Hey, Sean, this is Cam. We met the other day when I was in your neighborhood. Thanks so much for filling out the survey. Just figured we could, if you have a quick minute, we can go over those answers. And now you got a new prospect or past client that either becomes, a client again in your listing form, or great conversation. Thanks for your feedback. Do you know anyone in your neighborhood that's ready to sell?
That's it. And what I found is, oftentimes they don't fill out that survey or watch the video right away. When you're contacting them or reaching out to them, they might be driving, they might be they might be at work, it might be busy. And then all of a sudden what'll happen is 10 o'clock on a Sunday, you'll get a notification that somebody watched your video. And that's
Yeah,
a great
that's the
opportunity.
power of it. Yeah, somebody that you had that quick conversation, you probably forgot about them too. Sometimes a few days later they got to go back through their message. Oh man, I never clicked that, and you get that real time push notification. It's happened to me 3 months down the road. Somebody I did a demo with 3 months. Next, they were for some reason in my inbox. Boom, I got a notification. Conversation was reignited. Sale the next week, right? So before I jump, I don't know if they're allowed to talk. Any questions here? Any Q&A? Any insights from anybody joining? Thanks again for being here, but would love to answer any of your questions. You have any trio questions here, even consultation or coaching questions here for Sean? Okay, quiet crowd today. They must usually if there's no questions, it means we did a good job, Sean. So that's good. All right.
I would say the key is if you haven't downloaded the app, download the app, get involved, start to participate inside the app. We do this every Tuesday at 9:00 in Mountain Time, 11:00 Eastern. And we're gonna work with you. We're gonna train you up. So and then Cam and I were just talking about doing a challenge coming up here, probably in the beginning of next year, where we're gonna do a challenge you. We're gonna have a prospecting challenge. And we're gonna have some prizes.
Yep, absolutely. And thanks again, everybody. Just for next week, Tuesday, we will see you. We're going to be training on the power of that digital business card. So I referenced it, I briefly showed it, but we're going to give everybody access to your own digital business card. You're going to get your own QR code. How cool is that? Show your phone, somebody can scan it, and you can really start to build that database of clients here. Make it so easy as, can I send you my card? So thanks again, everybody. If you got any questions in the chat, we'll leave this open for another minute or so. Definitely go into the chat bar, click that link to be access to the platform, get started for free. And then as you see over the next few days or weeks, when you're looking at this, you can see the value getting access to the full coaching package and all of those resources to continue your prospecting efforts.
That's right. Thanks, Cam. Thanks for your time. Thanks, Pat. It's good seeing you.
Thank you, Pat.
Okay. We good?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.